subscribe, and like Elay TV, yo.
Hey guys, it's me, LA, pronounced like Los Angeles, California, like LA, like L.A. but it's really spelled ELAY. So hey guys, it's me, LA. I'm going to continue talking about the bullying and all the compartments that bullying falls under, far as the internet and such. I really feel that this is going to help someone, so I'm going to try my best to just keep going with this until I feel that it's not necessary anymore. I know this is helping somebody out there. Okay, I'm going to be reading from this really cool website here. Once again, I'll give the credit to them. It is from www.us.ditchthelabel.org. And once again, that will be in the description section, so it's ditchthelabel.org. And the topic that they have here is called Let's Talk About Online Hate Speech. And the star for this article is a woman named Beck. She's the author who wrote this article here that I'll be reading and will be discussing. So her introductory, it says, her name is Beck, one of the content coordinators here at the Ditch the Label. She's responsible for writing up some awesome content for you to enjoy. The topic, once again, that she's written about is called Let's Talk About Online Hate Speech. We've already talked about bullying being bad because of what happened to that girl in Florida a couple years ago. Then you'll see a video about bullying in general, cyberbullying. And now I'll move on to a more in-depth descriptions of exactly what cyberbullying entails. So right now I'm going to start out with the article and just read and probably chime in when things spark my interest further. So it says, if you have something to say, every single person who uses the internet is vulnerable to cyberbullying, trolling, and online abuse. Whether you are an Instagram extraordinaire, a fan of Twitter, or Snapchat pro, it could happen to anyone at any time, and celebrities are far from immune. In fact, it seems as though the more followers you have, the more likely you are to be trolled. Where social media, on the other hand, gives us the opportunity to voice our opinions on anything from politics to pan frying to sea bass, it also gives people with a nasty agenda a chance to voice hateful thoughts and ideologies. It goes without saying that in providing a wonderful platform for people to publicly spread cat videos and hilarious memes, also comes the opportunity to spread hate speech. This can be incredibly dangerous, hurtful and distressing for those on the receiving end and anyone else who's viewing it. So, what is hate speech? Hate speech is when somebody says, writes, or shades something which attacks a person or group of people on the basis of their race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, disability, or gender. Much like hate crime, it specifically targets people who are of a certain group. For example, if you're being directly messaged by someone who is saying nasty things about your appearance or hobbies, but not specifically about your race, religion, sexuality, or ability, that's not considered hate speech. It comes under the umbrella of bullying or online abuse. Once again, I'll repeat that so we can try to make these gray areas a little bit less messy. For example, if you're being directly messaged by someone who is saying nasty things about your appearance or hobbies, but not specifically about your race, religion, sexuality, or ability, that's not considered hate speech. It comes under the umbrella of bullying or online abuse. Please see the 2 previous videos that I've already created about those 2 topics. Unfortunately, in today's political climate, hate speech is not uncommon. All too often, we're seeing people spouting some rather questionable views very publicly online or purposefully targeting individuals who don't conform to specific expectations or views. Kind of sounds like church. She didn't say that part. Nobody deserves to be targeted in this way. The internet is a space for everyone. The internet is a space for everyone. And nobody or group of people should feel marginalized, intimidated, or isolated. If you're being targeted with hate speech, always remember that is never a problem with you. It's never a problem with you. The problem always lies with the perpetrator. Once again, if you are being targeted with hate speech, always remember that it is never a problem with you. It's never a problem with you. The problem always lies with the perpetrator. Very good. Next, she's got in big bold text right here, what does the law say? She continues on with her writing by saying, well, it's a bit of a gray area. Different countries or regions, different countries and regions have different stances on the illegality of hate speech. In the UK, for example, it's an offense to incite hatred based on a person's race, religion, sexuality, or disability. It is not, however, an offense to stir up hate about a person's gender or identity, something which really needs to be addressed, because unfortunately, hate speech towards women and misogynistic language used online is prolific and increasingly violent. Now, these are her opinions that I'm still reading from. Next is up. It says, where does it happen? Hate speech takes place both on and offline. It's easy to get away with saying something hateful to a person's face. Because unless that person reports it, who's gonna know, right? That doesn't make it okay, by the way. Hate speech online, however, is far more public. So naturally, you think it could be policed better than it currently is. New technologies emerge all the time that attempt to quell the tide of horrible words that come flooding in online. Many networks have a reporting system and some are even monitored, but it's simply not enough to keep up the ever-changing nature of language and online behavior. And she's got this example here. For example, you might be familiar with, I believe that's called Pepe the Frog, capital P-E-P-E, Pepe the Frog, a seemingly benign meme, which was co-opted by hate groups and other individuals in 2016. I do remember him. Pepe the Frog soon came to be seen as a symbol of racism and let's see what this word is. Anti-Semitism. People who are following, please let me know how to pronounce that. It is spelled A-N-T-I-S-E-M-I-T-I-S-M. Anti-systemic. Okay, I believe that's what it is. So I'll restart that whole sentence over so we won't interrupt what we're concentrating on here. You might be familiar with Pepe the Frog, the seemingly benign meme, which was co-opted by hate groups and other individuals in 2016. Pepe the Frog soon came to be seen as a symbol of racism and anti-Semitism across various online spaces. There has also been a murmur of suspicion to suggest some hate groups use specific emojis to symbolize their ideologies online, making it notoriously difficult to police. In any case, communications which target specific individuals or groups and people in hateful ways come under the umbrella of hate crime. Hate crime is illegal. Make sure you guys, study up on that. Even if you aren't trying to, talk about people in a manner that's mean, just be advised that hate crime is illegal now in certain areas, a part of the world, in the States. So just, kind of brush up on that just to make sure you're not going to get in trouble for things like that, too. A lot of stuff is changing, and they are really trying to implement more tighter rules when it comes to being able to trial people and find them guilty for bullying online. So just remember, hate crime is illegal even when it's in the form of doing it on social media. And then she goes on talking about, what about celebrities? There have, of course, been several high-profile cases online. Hate speech. Michelle Obama springs to mind. The former American First Lady received endless online abuse throughout her husband's presidency. Some of it personal, some of it targeting her race, her religion, and her nationality. It was ruthless, but one thing's for sure, the people trolling her will probably never have said it to her face. Celebrities and those with large social followings are often in the firing line for hate speech, and some have spoken out about it. Others say that it comes with the territory of being very active on social media, and I do agree with that. I really do. It says, others say that it comes with the territory of being very active on social media. So even if you're not a celebrity, the bigger your platform, the more people who are just going to come and decide whether or not they're going to love you or hate you 1 minute. I'm going to continue on now with what she wrote. Whatever your view, no one deserves to be on the receiving end of hate speech. Online abuse or trolling of any kind. If you see it, report it. If you're experiencing online abuse, read this for more information on what to do. And it continues on by saying, don't be a bystander. The answer, and then there's a question under here that says, don't be a bystander. It says, is it okay to troll a troll? That's not supposed to be funny, but someone asked, is it okay to troll a troll? The answer is no, she says. If you see someone sharing hate speech online, don't engage by opening up a discussion with them. You give them a platform to incite more hatred. By trolling them back, you're reciprocating their behavior. The best way to deal with someone who is being nasty online is to disengage and report. Disengage and report. Again, if that person is sharing hate speech, report it. And she put that in big letters. And so she's got other links and such as far as, going through steps that could better suit how to deal with this here. Let's see here. What it is just directing you to her Twitter page, her Facebook page, and Instagram page, and YouTube page. So it's just more redirecting. So if you want to go further into what she's talking about, feel free to go to those. Once again, I will provide the link at the bottom to see what she's talking about. And so you can see her right in person on the website. Once again, it's coming from usditchthelabel.org, and it's a pretty cool website here that's all about anti-bullying. And I decided to choose this topic because it's really terrible out there for kids nowadays. You know, bullying in general is terrible, but I feel that I'm reaching someone, so I'm doing what I can to do my part to help someone. You guys, it's not really about the views, it's about what videos I make that will help somebody, even if it's one. I feel good going to sleep at night knowing that when I'm led to make these videos, it's going to help somebody, so I won't have that blood on my hands at the end of the day. I know that this video has helped somebody and or will, so I won't have a guilty conscience. Once again, my videos are not about popularity to make money or be famous. I just want to help people. And I know at the end of the day, with this platform, I am. I'm thankful for YouTube because it allows me to be creative and spread joy, happiness, raise up serious topics, although I don't really talk about too many serious topics. And that's all I have to say about that. You guys, if you have anything you want me to talk about or read an article of, I will. I find that sometimes reading articles out loud allows the person to be able to continue doing their task while they're multitasking, because sometimes we just don't have time to sit down and read a whole article anymore because unfortunately we're always on the go. So if there's an article that's helpful pertaining to bullying or anything, send it my way and I'll read it out loud and discuss it, because once again, we're on the go. We don't necessarily have time to sit down and read anything like that, but we can listen to it and learn while we're on the go. We can listen to it in the car and while we're exercising. Once again, spread the word, share these videos to people who you know will help. I know it's helping me. It's a nice refresher. Once again, bullying is terrible. And have a great day.
Yeah. So we all work together and made you this wonderful cake. It's gonna be a knockout. Baby, shut up.
Subscribe and like Elay TV.